Steel Assault is a game that drank its power thirst this morning. Heroism, power suits, action, explosions, guns, punching bad guys, giant robots, and dying repeatedly because you don't know where to put the grappling hook. Steel Assault is an action platformer arcade 2D indie developed by Zenovia Interactive and published by Tribute Games. This review is a result of me paying $15 for the game and not from a review key. Like that's ever happening again. Well, if I get more subscribers, I will be able to get review keys. So please give this video a like and hit the subscribe button. Also, if I have enough subscribers, I won't have to awkwardly pause the video to promote myself. The game is part Bionic Commando, part Contra, part Gunstar Heroes with some Castlevania and Mega Man X inspirations. If you ever went to an arcade that didn't have a bunch of gambling simulators masquerading as actual games, you might have played a game similar to Steel Assault. Story. The story basically boils down to bad guy wants to take over everything, the hero is out to get revenge on him for some reason. That is, of course, after the hero fights through the bad guy's army of cookie-cutter soldiers. There are some side characters, but they are pretty much only used for exposition. While I like the quick pace and lack of cutscenes, the story wasn't fleshed out enough. But seriously, when did you play an arcade game for the story? There is a mid-game cutscene where the bad guy appears on a giant screen and basically says, "If you want me, come and get me." You know, just like in Midnight Resistance, The Avengers, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, Ninja Turtles, and many others. Graphics and music. The pixel art is amazing and looks great. I love these little details like raindrops on buildings. There's also some screen shake, but it can be adjusted in the menus. The music had some great rock tunes, but it made me wonder how much Thunder Force they played before writing it. The retro pixel art style and the great rock and roll synthesizer music is often the best thing about these retro platformers, and this game is no exception. Gameplay. You move, jump, double jump, and attack, which is a whip-like punch extension. You can attack in 8 ways, the bottom 3 while jumping. You can cancel out most enemy bullets, but not all of them. There is an electric sub-weapon that can be recharged if you hit an enemy when at point-blank range. There is also a grappling hook which works well in most circumstances except when you are learning the game. You may die just trying to figure out how it works. After you do though, it is a fine addition and makes for some good variety, even during boss fights. The game is rather short. It's only 5 stages and will take you about an hour on your first playthrough. I feel that the game gets easier in the final stages, with the bulk of the difficulty being right in the middle. If you feel that you didn't get your money's worth, then play arcade mode. You get 1 life and it's harder. The enemies are not all that innovative, but the bosses are cool and the mid-bosses are big and menacing. Most of the game flows well and the controls are responsive. Most of the stages are fair, but there are some hit detection issues that you may notice, but they are very minor. The game ran great except for one stage when I got a frame drop, and a few of the levels have those BS design decisions. But we will learn more about that in the complaint section. The last boss glitched on me. There's supposed to be a boss here, right? The game is very trial and error. Things come at you really fast and sometimes you just can't react fast enough. Once you die to something, you'll be able to take it out on your second try. It's just a shame that no matter how skilled you are, you won't be able to have a hero moment of your own on the first try. There are some enemies that have finicky hitboxes, like this robot with the guy in the middle who's hard to hit without getting hit by his giant armor, or these flamethrower robots, or these biker guys. You get the idea. There's this one section with the conveyor belts and the slime on stage 3 that is horrendous. You need to climb, but you're constantly thwarted by flying robots that have way too much health. The zipline is nice, but it pretty much breaks as soon as you jump or get hit, so you have to place it very specifically. The game moves at a fast pace, which is great for you young people, but maybe a slight break in the action is a good thing for once. Maybe adding a screen that adds up your score like a cave shmup might help slow things down, but I'm sure a lot of speedrunners would disagree with me. What's with the turrets? Gosh, they just love turrets. They're everywhere. The good news is that they don't hit you off screen like 3D games do. Overall, the game is solid, even with the strange issues. It's good fun and recommended for action platformer fans. Some people think it's too bare bones, but I think for $15 it's a good deal. If you are only going to play this game once, then maybe not. But if you like fast-paced action games with room for personal growth, the price is just right. In fact, $15 is probably what you spend for coffee and donuts in the morning for your family, so you should just forego the caffeine and sugar and get your rush from this game instead. I give it 3.5 overcompensating grappling hook arms out of 5. This is Dan T from Twisted Banana Productions, signing off.